card reading. We're going to tap into anything that would be blocking your union. This could be with your twin flame or soulmate connection. Hello, celestial beings, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Celeste Simone, and here on my channel I offer spiritual guidance to empower my celestial beings and heart-centered energy healing to help you align with your higher self. So if that is something that you might be interested in, then I do think you would really enjoy this channel. So please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. So if you're as excited as I am to find out what each one of these piles has to offer for you, then go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and let's dive into these piles. Pile number 1 is the Kyanite and Ruby stone. Pile number 2 is the Smokey quartz. Pile number 3 is a Malachite stone. And pile number 4 is the Labradorite. Now's your opportunity to pause the video if you need. Take as much time as you need to figure out which pile or piles most resonate with you. Once you have found your pile or piles, you can head on down into the description box below where I've posted the timestamps for each one of these readings. Please keep in mind that these are general readings, so take the messages that resonate with you and leave the rest. Those are most likely for somebody else who also chose that pile. But I do believe that everything happens for a reason, so be sure to watch the reading all the way through to the end so that you receive the message or messages that drew you to that pile. Okay, let's not waste any more time. I can't wait to find out what is blocking you from this union so that you can make this connection as soon as possible. So I will see you over at your reading. Hello, celestial beings who chose pile number 1. I have your pile right here with the Kyanite and Ruby stone. So I'll set your stone aside just right over here so we can dive into the messages about what could be blocking you. So let's take a look at the oracle cards first. We have reflection. Next we have inspiration. Okay. So I'm getting the sense here that you're kind of on a pause and questioning maybe your interests. You might be figuring yourself out still, figuring out what are the things you really want in a partner. And maybe you're not sure. I'm almost sensing that you may not even be trusting yourself in what really inspires you or what you're attracted to, what kind of things you're looking for in this connection and who that could be. So part of this, I feel right away, is kind of about your reflecting on the past, seeing what worked and what didn't, and then realigning yourself. Because deep down, your subconscious knows what it wants, but you may not outwardly be feeling or be knowing, like in the conscious level or at the conscious level, what you want. So I'm getting the sense that this is a time where you're taking a pause and kind of taking a step back and really thinking about past relationships or past connections. What went wrong? What did you feel in this situation? What was your part in this situation, as far as like how did you manifest that particular circumstance? So we're going to keep going. We do have a bunch of tarot cards to get into and some other oracle cards. That is the initial sense I'm getting. So let's see what else we have. We have the World. Awesome. Page of Cups in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. And I am reading these facing you. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. And the Page of Pentacles. So let's see. What is blocking group 1 from this final outcome? I'm hearing that there might be somebody from the past who broke your heart, who you may still feel like, we're talking about reflecting on the past. I feel like you may be kind of going over that relationship or that connection in your head a lot and not fully trusting or not feeling inspired to start a new connection or start a new relationship. So this group may already have somebody in mind, but I'm almost getting the sense that this person wasn't there for you, or they weren't putting effort into the relationship. You weren't able to really find stability with the Four of Wands and King of Pentacles. You weren't able to find stability. And I think, you know, part of getting everything that you want out of the relationship or out of a connection, a romantic relationship with somebody, and the world here, which is the, you know, the complete picture. Part of getting that is healing from this past connection. And for many of you, it would be to kind of let go of that connection, as far as expecting this person to offer you the stability that you need and want. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to step up and do that. Just, you know, judging by the energy of this reading, this is all about starting fresh with the Page of Pentacles. There is somebody who is going to give you that stability. And part of the blockage too is reclaiming the stability within yourself. So that energy, that kind of, that word it keeps coming up for me, is like the stability. The four represents, the number 4 really represents that. Finding, you know, 4 corners, think of the 4 legs of a table, providing that support system, that pillar of support. There's somebody who can come in and really offer that to you effortlessly without you having to work for it. And so I feel as though welcoming in, or even just recognizing, like, I want that in my life, you know, like recognizing that that's part of you. Maybe you aren't familiar with stability. I don't know if that resonates with some of you, but maybe you are used to being or feeling like you're in danger, or feeling like you're not in a safe place. So you might think it's normal. And this is, I'm just coming, you know, just actually speaking from personal experience even, but also from the energy that I'm just kind of gathering from this reading. You may kind of be used to the chaos. And with the world, I feel like you are coming full circle. You're realizing that after reflecting that, no, you do want that stability, you know, that you don't like feeling like this person could leave at any moment, or feeling like this person isn't 100% in the relationship, you know. You want that in a relationship. And so I feel like recognizing and letting go that this person isn't going to do that for you, but there is somebody who is, okay? And you have to heal, you know, you're healing your heart from that. And letting go of what was lost, letting go of even like mourning the, not just mourning the loss of what you maybe think could have been, but also mourning the fact that the loss of things that never could have been, you know, that weren't in the relationship that you felt you deserved, but you never were able to get from this person fully. Even if they showed signs of it, it would never fully come to completion. That is the energy of this particular pile I'm getting the sense of. So let's keep going. We're gonna keep going with some more oracle cards. This is actually the first time I'm using this deck in any of my readings, just because I wanted to kind of really work with this deck a while before I used it for one of my videos. But for some reason I was really drawn, because I feel like this reading, this union type of reading, is a very spiritual reading, because it's all about us aligning with our true selves. And by doing that, you're aligning with your soulmate or twin flame. I say either because not everybody's supposed to be in a twin flame relationship in this lifetime. And soulmate relationships and connections are just as valuable and just as important. I feel like they kind of take second stage to like the twin flame connection, but honestly, I don't feel that way. Okay, so we have new blueprints. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the differences between twin flames and soulmates, and maybe how soulmates get a bad rap, or as though they're like not as worthy or good. I don't agree with that. If that there, you know, you can't put a price on just like a solid soulmate connection. I don't know if that makes sense. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think about all that, because you know there's a lot of like controversy about that. Okay, so we have new blueprints, and I honestly, like, when I'm seeing this card, I'm hearing you're recreating your ideal person in the sense that you're putting out there like a new blueprint for this connection, because you are, like I said before, you are realizing, wait a second, I want someone who's not going to make me jump through hoops to earn their love, essentially. So this is a time for reflection, inspiration, like reflecting on the past to create a new blueprint for the with the person, or new plans, new blueprints for your life. Like, what do you want to be doing in the next year, 5 years, 10 years with this person? What do you want their goals to be? Because the more your goals, and maybe this person necessarily didn't want to commit because you guys weren't aligned as far as like your life goals. Maybe they just had different life goals as you. So the blueprint for the future really is what is kind of happening right now. Is if you kind of look at it as a blockage maybe, and again, blockages, you're never really truly blocked. You're just going through maybe a lesson or reflection. So creating these new blueprints is going to be, what do you really truly want from somebody? Do you want it to be effortless? Do you want to not have to like work for this? Then put that in your blueprint, you know, put that into your plan for the future, and especially how you want this person to make you feel. Do you want them to make you feel, or to, you know, allow you to feel secure, allow you to feel like this person has your back, they're supporting you, they're completely 100% committed to you, committed to the relationship, committed to working on themselves and growing with you? Put all of that into this reflection time, and you'll welcome in this person. You'll welcome in alignment with this person. Okay, let's keep going with some more messages. What else should group 1 know? There's also, with this blueprints, I am getting oh wow, okay, I am getting throat chakra energy too. So this might be you speaking about or talking things out about what you really want and what you really want in your life. So we have career and we have life purpose. I do feel like this is like this, you want the complete picture here with the world of, okay, this person aligns with me and they support me in my life purpose. They support me in my career. I don't know if this other person was feeling jealous of you for being career oriented, or maybe you, again, like your life goals or life purpose maybe did not align with other relationships, but you want somebody who's not going to be threatened by your, you know, goals and your career goals. Maybe you want somebody who's also financially stable and secure and confident in their life purpose and their goals and dreams for the future. Maybe your career is a big part of your hopes for the future, and you want somebody who aligns with that. You can find that. You can find somebody who wants the same things as you, rather than trying to make somebody who doesn't like fit into that. And I'm not saying that you were making them do that, but maybe you were trying to, you know, fit into their plans for the future, or vice versa, and it just wasn't working. You know, it's kind of like a mutual thing where it's easy when you align. And I found that myself, just as like a personal anecdote, I found that myself in my current relationship, where the person I ended up marrying, he, like, it was effortless. We already agreed on what we wanted for our future. So it was easy to just like follow our own life purpose because they were aligned. So I feel like that's what I'm hearing for you guys. It's like, this is what is needed for you moving forward. So put that into your blueprints. And again, you maybe you changed. Maybe you started off, you know, and you did want what this other person wanted, but you've changed and there's something new coming in. There's a new plan you have for your future, and you're going to connect. And I feel too, what I'm hearing from this also is that the more you connect with your career and your life purpose, the more you bring this person in, the more you release a blockage from bringing in your union. Yeah, I feel that. Okay. We do have some more oracle cards to get through. Let's see. Outer core and fluidity. Let's get one more for group 4. Wow, okay. We have power and plants with growth. So these are all elements. I feel as though this is energy here. This is a time for you where you are regaining your power. I feel like with the Page of Cups, this was a moment of, this is Page of Cups in reverse. So I feel like there's this you might even have some like self-doubt or feelings like of insecurity. But on the outside, you really like try to pretend or act, you know, like put out this like external harder shell where you're kind of like, you know, trying to prove to everybody how strong you really are. I think this could be blocking you to an extent because yes, you are powerful, but some of your growth or internal growth is going to come from being vulnerable, not to people you don't trust. You know, you don't want to make yourself vulnerable to people you don't trust necessarily, but maybe you're focused so much on how other people see you on the outside that you're hiding who you truly are. And this can result in aligning with other people who are also hiding themselves. Do you know what I mean? So if you're hiding yourself because you don't truly feel confident or you don't really feel like somebody would love or want to be with your true self, then you're actually aligning yourself with other people who are like putting on a facade. So that then results with, once you get to a certain point in the connection, suddenly you realize like this person isn't who I thought they were. And they also may realize that about you, or you guys realize you're not compatible. So I think one aspect for this group is to practice being yourself and being, not hiding yourself, I guess, really is kind of like opening that outer core up to recognize your power for being who you are. And that if you want to align with the person who really truly loves you for you, you have to, first off, you know, you have to be accepting of yourself as well. But then you also want to practice showing that, to being honest with people from the beginning, because it's going to come out, right? Like the truth always comes out in the end. So why waste your time? You don't want to waste your time, you know, trying to be somebody else only to reveal who you really are, or even not who you really are, but just like your true honest goals, you know? And then all of a sudden you realize, oh, wait a second, like we're not aligned at all, or, you know, like we're not compatible, I should say. So that message wanted to come through. Let's keep going with a couple more oracle cards just to round things out. Realization. You're unlocking something. Something's clicking for you. We have self-love. Yeah. Self-realization, I'm hearing too. Really tapping into you. What inspires you? Just kind of coming full circle here. What inspires you? What do you want? What is your blueprint for your life moving forward? Focus very much on that. And then this other person, you know, comes through for you. Because you might even, you know, whether or not, like maybe you haven't been denying yourself, maybe you're just learning about yourself at a deeper level. You're unlocking it. Look at this huge like keyhole. She's walking through the keyhole of the universe. and recognizing, oh wait, like I'm unlocking this part of myself. I didn't even realize it was there. And no relationship or connection is truly a waste, because it always teaches us, it always helps us grow, right? Like this is a time of growth for you. So embracing that is going to help you to release blockages from a deep soulmate connection. Okay, these two flew out. So let's see. From there, you can take action from a place of self-realization and self-love. You'll be able to take that action. And also we have Wolf Moon with Hunger. Whenever this card comes out in this deck, it really represents a moment, a decision, an action, really, an action. Because a decision or a choice, even though it may not be like a huge physical action or step, it's still an action. Like this is a choice. This is a turning point for you, group one, where you're going to decide what you want to put energy towards. Do you want to put energy towards trying to be somebody who you think other people will, or who you think your soulmate will want to be with? Or do you want to put your energy and feed yourself, your true self? That is the hunger, you know, that is kind of the old Native American saying where there's two wolves inside of you, you know, like the dark wolf and the light wolf. Which one do you want to feed? So that is the action that you can take in this moment as you're reflecting. Is I'm like getting this message where you kind of feel like the person who you think is your soulmate connection or twin flame connection, you feel like that person, because they're so great in your mind and so perfect in your mind, you might be doubting that they'll actually want to be with you. I don't know if that resonates. Maybe that doesn't resonate with everybody, but there might be some doubts in yourself. But the truth is, you guys, the truth is that this person, the perfect person for you, is going to feel 100% in love with you, connected with you, aligned with you, committed to you, 100%, as much as you feel towards them. That's what this union is. I will link above and below to some of my other readings about your future spouse, things like that, even twin flame connections. I think I have one in there as well. But yeah, if you want to check those out, you can check out the cards above or the links down below. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this reading. I do offer private readings if you're interested. There's a link to my shop down below if you want a private reading all about your soulmate. We could tap into that together. But that's going to do it for this reading. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you did find this reading helpful. I would love that so much. But that's going to do it for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, pile 2. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I have your pile right here with the Smokey quartz on it. So let's set your stone right here. We are going to dive into the oracle cards first to find out what might be blocking a connection, a romantic union with your divine partner. So let's find out. We're going to start with the oracle cards. We have good fortune. Awesome. Stroke of good luck here. Love to see that energy. Then we have healing. Okay. So I want to say too is what's blocking is simply divine timing. I feel like this isn't something that you can maybe change about the situation as much as it's just like fate. So in some cases, you know, it's something that maybe we're going through, we have to grow through, to work through. For this pile, I am seeing that healing is, it's almost like taking the time to really just heal. I feel this a lot with your physical form too, like resting, sleeping, maybe energy healing modalities. To cleanse you, I'm seeing you cleansing your energetic field and kind of just recovering. And I feel like luck is on your side with this, though. I feel like you are like aligning with this person, and the healing is just giving you a chance to be able to see them. That's what I'm hearing. So it's not so much that you're not aligned with them, but the universe is healing you at an energetic level so you're able to see them fully. So that would mean like when you meet this person, you'll be able to identify that this person truly is your twin flame or your soulmate or your divine, I should just say divine partner, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of stigma with soulmate / twin flame and all the others in between. And, you know, let's just call it divine partner. I like that term. I hope you guys understand. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Let's keep going with some oracle cards. I mean, tarot cards. We have 5 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Wands. Whew, you guys have been through it. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Oh, 2 of Wands. Yep. Okay, 2 of Wands, and then for, okay, 2 of Swords. That's interesting because I was talking about seeing them, and we have kind of this like being blinded by 2 options, or kind of 2 directions being given, or 2 opportunities being given, and needing to, maybe it's not even just being able to see this person. I know you'll be physically able to see them, but I mean like see them at a soul level, like be like identifying them as this divine partner. That is what the healing is doing, but it's not just the person. I'm also hearing that this is also being able to see and identify the next direction. You're kind of at a crossroads here and you are working. So this is like a life directional change, or maybe, yeah, coming to a crossroads. That's what I hear again, coming to a crossroads. Because we're seeing with the 7 of Wands and 5 of Wands, as I was saying earlier, like you've had to kind of overcome and persevere through some kind of, I don't even think this might even be like a past relationship necessarily. It just feels like overcoming a lot of either like distractions, just stress. I feel like energy, like almost just exhaustion. Because I was mentioning before this need to like take a nap, take a long rest and let your body heal. It's almost as though too, like you wouldn't have even had time for some of you. You wouldn't have even had time for like a relationship because of how much was going on. Different directions, different, you know, people, work opportunities, or even like responsibilities, all kind of coming at you different directions, trying to be there for other people, maybe in your family, trying to be there for other maybe friendships or colleagues, co-workers. Like this kind of chaotic energy with these 2 cards here is turning into like a final decision for you to make. I feel like you're going to make this decision very smartly, logically, but from a place like you need to heal. It's almost, yeah, like you need your time to open up. That's probably what's blocked. This is kind of like what I'm hearing. It's like blocking you, you know? It was just circumstances that you went through in order to grow, in order to have those experiences, and even kind of in order to recognize that maybe you want to take a little bit of a break, reflect, and this is kind of like scholarly, studious energy as well. So maybe like it was educational, but now you're kind of taking a slower pace. I feel like you got that out of your system almost too, is kind of what I'm hearing. So yeah, so this good fortune is coming through for you. This could be like this opportunity to say, hey, if you're not sure about what to do, now you've got this clear option coming through for you. And that is also kind of that fate stepping in, you know, this good fortune stepping in to say, hey, this is where you're needing to be, and you're going to take those steps to move forward into that. All right, so let's keep going with some more oracle cards for group 2. Ooh. Okay, I feel like that one wants to come out. I have a few slip over, but this one is the one. Star Seer. And look at this person climbing the ladder to the stars. These cards actually, this is the first time I'm using these cards for a reading. So I'm seeing right away the third eye opening up. I feel like this healing is, again, I'm hearing kind of like this fate, like shifting onto a path of a higher connection. It's almost like before you were kind of, like I said, like there's chaotic energy of not really having a direction or feeling intuitively guided, just feeling like you were pulled in different directions and having to kind of overcome that in order to experience some kind of growth. Now I feel like you are learning, you're studying yourself. I feel too, when I see the energy of the star, this is like spirit guiding you. Like she's almost like, see how she's holding the ladder so that this individual can walk to the stars. I feel like your spirit guides are holding, like opening up a path for you. And that's why I don't, like, that's why I keep getting the feeling like you're not actually blocked per se. You're just in a point of your life where the way is going to open up for you effortlessly. It's going to open up. So we see with the Two of Wands, this as well is leaving behind this past wands, which is all of this fiery energy, and shifting to the new horizon ahead. It's also kind of this weighing your options, and the Two of Swords is kind of feeling torn, you know, kind of some confusion, not really sure what to do. The way is opening up, and it's like you're being intuitively guided. You might even like connect with somebody in the physical world who, or realm, the physical realm, who like tells you what's next or gives you a new opportunity. It's gonna, I just feel like this good fortune is just gonna come so obviously for you. And this is kind of what's gonna lead you. I think like that's ultimately what this is saying, is this is gonna lead you to a union, like a connection. But first you're going through this kind of life experience and shift in your energy to align. That's why I keep hearing with the blockage, it's simply like the timing. That's what it is here, is you're not actually being blocked from this person. The timing has to align for you. Maybe you already have somebody in mind and now you're trying to figure out a way to be closer to them. Okay, we have surrender. Yeah, giving up control. Don't feel like this is, again, this is like surrendering to what is, and then the way is opening up for you. This isn't kind of like all this heavy hard work or something like that, that the universe is like, you need to do X, Y, and Z before this will come true. I'm not hearing that. Protection. Yeah, look at this, is very much similar to this healing, is protecting your energy, making this decision based on what's best for you, versus I also get the sense that you guys may give up your energy to others or challenge yourself with things to prove yourself to others, or not want to admit that it's too much for you, you know, like taking too much on. So this is about protecting your energy, setting boundaries as well, so that you don't end up in a situation where you feel like, okay, everybody's taking my energy from me. I don't have enough time for myself. And that could be a blockage as well. Like if you kind of think of it that way, as like when you are focusing too much and giving others all of your energy, you kind of block yourself from welcoming in something for yourself, which is this divine connection, this divine partner. So next we have confidence and answers. Again, right? Like answers are coming to you. And I often see with like this card of almost like this ancestor energy, spirit guide, mentor type energy, like symbolism of answers. I see this with the star seer, which is kind of this energy of like, you are being divinely guided always. And the way is opening up. Your guides are bringing the answers to you. Have confidence, have patience, surrender. I mean, part of surrendering is having trust in the divine timing of things and maintaining your confidence in yourself and your abilities while protecting yourself too, you know, protecting your energy, really. Okay, got lots of cards out here. Let's keep going. I finish up with some final oracle cards. What else does group 2 need to know about this? Especially if I'm missing anything. Let's see what this card is actually. Okay, we have magic, alchemy, and animals, companionship. There's a lot of symbolism here for group 2 about being divinely guided by your spirit guides towards this path, and which is leading you towards your union. Especially when we have companionship, animals, and magic, alchemy happening. This is there's a lot of magic behind this reading. I feel like this group, maybe you are creating your own magic, but something is alchemizing, something is transforming in your life to allow you to move in this direction. This crossroads is happening for you because of the magic beneath the surface, and it is aligning you with a soul divine partner and connection. I'm also hearing too a deep connection for this group with animals, with nature. I'm also hearing too, there's energy healing for this group as well. That this group is aligned with energy healing and with tapping into energy as well. There's an element here of like being divinely guided, receiving answers. I almost sense too this group has psychic abilities as well, that you may see synchronicities, and this is why animals is coming up too, is like there's synchronicities here. You may have spirit guides, spirit guides speaking with you. You may be able to speak with animals at an energetic level, intuitively, because we have a star seer. There's your third eye is opening up. You're being guided actually in this kind of soul path, really. They don't want me to, that's what they don't want me to forget to say, is how spiritually connected this group is. And this draining feeling that you've been going through is because you are very healing to others. Your energy is powerful. It's going out there to others. You have magic. You work magic. You probably are just a natural manifester as well. So, meaning it just comes very easily for you to tap into your vortex and to create things. This is a confirmation for you to protect your healing energies, to trust and surrender to this inner guidance that you're receiving and work your magic. Because for this group, it's not so much of like this blockage as much as it's just you are growing spiritually and you're stepping onto a new path that's leading you towards this person into the stars. Yep. You guys are also deepening your connection with spirit and your spirit guides. You're also deepening your healing abilities. And I actually, for this group too, I just realized in the links below, I will link to my free ebook that's all about energy healing and how I use energy healing, things like that. So that's a free ebook. You can download that off my website if you're interested in learning more. Or comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on energy healing or this in general, and let me know if you know this resonates with you and you are an energy healer. If you're sensitive, if you're an empath, then this is confirmation for you that you're kind of shifting into a time where you're regaining back. I feel like you're gaining back your magic, and you may have felt like you lost your magic because of these like circumstances that really challenged and drained you, but you have not lost your connection or your magic, okay? That's a really important message coming through. Your spirit guides are still guiding you. But that's gonna do it for this reading. I will link above and below to some other similar readings that may help you with confirmations. Also talking to your spirit guides, we'll link to that above, but also below I'll link to some of the other love readings too that I've offered. That's gonna do it for this reading though. I hope to see you back again soon. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know if you did resonate with this reading, and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my messages, if they resonate with you and you found it helpful. I would love that so much. All right, that's gonna do it for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 3. I have your pile right here with the Malachite stone. Awesome crystal, so pretty. I'm gonna set your crystal right here so we can dive on in to your oracle cards first and see what might be blocking you. We have weight right away. Okay, these are the oracle cards first. And we have action. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is like duality. This is such a harsh like duality here. Like wait, but take action. That is so confusing. I feel there's like this pull. There's this pull in like 2 different directions. So I feel as though reconciling your intuition for this group is what I'm hearing, is reconciling that, because I feel like sometimes your intuition tells you maybe to wait, but you take action instead, and vice versa. So there's a blockage here of trusting yourself to make the right move or to be guided correctly. So we're gonna figure out in this reading kind of how you can do that. But right away, I feel like you might be feeling as though you're kind of like pulled in opposite directions, like internally. This could cause some anxiety and stress too. When we're feeling like in conflict within ourselves, we might feel like this is what we should do, but my intuition is telling me, or like I'm feeling sick about the idea of doing that. If you get that feeling where you feel like you should take action, but your body is telling you no, like you're getting anxiety about it, you're feeling torn about it, and you're just like, I want to take an action or I want to move forward with this, but like I feel sick, like thinking about doing that. That's not a good time to take the action, because even if you think, well, it's just my own fear that's stopping me, even if that is the case where you're like, no, I really should do this, I know I should do this, but like I feel sick about doing it, it's important to reconcile first that energy and figure out where it actually is coming from. Even if it is fear, it's important to really identify and hone in on where that fear is coming from and why you're feeling that way before you actually take that action. And that could mean that you need to wait, because if you take action in that like energy, it's not going to be a good action. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like an action from in your flow. Okay. I mean, this isn't to say that everything you do in life should be super easy and you should feel super great about it. Like I definitely just like recently left a job that I knew was bad for myself emotionally, but I felt awful doing it. I didn't feel great about, you know, leaving this job because I hadn't even been there for that long. But intuitively, like I knew it was my own guilt of feeling like I was letting people down versus me actually not wanting it, or versus like my intuition saying like, no, you need to stay here. So that's where that balance comes in, is like, you're not going to feel great about all the actions that you take necessarily. But if you feel that like almost like inner like nauseousness about the action, make sure you're 100% aware of why you're feeling that. And then you can actually say like, yep, no, I'm 100% confident in what I'm doing, and work through that other energy separately as it relates to like past trauma or past, you know, expectations, things like that. You're able to heal that at a different level. So, all right, let's keep going. That message wanted to come through. We have Knight of Swords actually in reverse. We have the King of Cups. All right, we have Page of Swords. So I'm reading these all facing you guys. So if there is like one in reverse. We have the Lovers in reverse. Okay, so there's something here. There's something blocking. Five of Cups. Okay, so here's what I'm hearing as well now. It's you're waiting for them to take an action. That's what I'm hearing. You're waiting for them to make a move. And I think that might actually be a blockage for this group. This person, I feel like this group already kind of knows this divine connection, this divine partner. They could already be in your life, or they will be very, very soon. But they're no contact, or they're not speaking, they're not saying something. And actually I just saw, you know, it's crazy. I just saw a white moth or butterfly, not sure which, but I saw a white butterfly fly past my window. And it really drew my attention. There's somebody in your life. They are, I feel like, again, you're waiting for somebody else to take an action or to speak up. And for whatever reason, this group needs to be the one to do that first. And if you're not, again, figure out why you don't feel ready to take that action or step. I'm also seeing, like, we have Page of Swords, which is saying start communication, because the Knight of Swords is right next to the King of Cups. This individual, your divine partner, is not ready to speak. The union is being blocked by this lack of communication. So you may need to be the first person to be very open and very honest, and yeah, and speak up. Okay, let's keep going. I think that's it for that message. We're gonna get some more messages for you guys all about this. So what does group 3 need to do? What is this blockage? What do they need to do about this blockage? It's kind of all about being honest, being straightforward. All right, we have Realm Bridger. Oh, bridging the realms, bridging this connection. Ooh, I feel like this person, your divine partner, I feel like they already know you, and I feel like, for real, like they are in love with you. Oh my gosh, so romantic. I'm such a romantic at heart. I'm also a Gemini sun, so, you know, always was looking for, you know, my twin. I actually married a Gemini, so I always kind of say, like, you know, I found my other half. And I'm just such a romantic. I can't help it. I'm such a romantic. So seeing this energy, I feel like you're going to be able to bridge the gap between the two of you. You're going to be able to connect with this person again through some kind of communication. Okay, group 3. Yeah. Oh my gosh, these cards. I love the images of this card. Like, look at the flower of life behind her and holding this. There's this energetic bridge that is happening between you two. I feel like you are something's coming in, right? Something's coming in to realign you guys, the lovers, to reconnect you. I feel like it is some form of communication, some form of, yeah, like a message is coming through to align you, the both of you. It just feels like it just feels so clear, this reading. So let's keep going. Let's see what other messages. I'm also being drawn to this lighthouse, right? And being a beacon, for this person, like guiding them home. I'm getting the chills. Okay. Whew. Okay. Empowerment. Self-empowerment, knowing that you actually have the power within yourself. Well-being. All right, I feel like we need one more for this. There's something bridging this empowerment and well-being energy. We have 2 full moons here. Guiding this person, empowerment, well-being, wanting the best for this person, wanting to help them. Also wanting the best for yourself, you know, for your body. There's one specific card that wants to come through. Okay, and forgiveness. Wow. Okay, so there's an element here with, we're seeing 5 of Cups, that something went down between the 2 of you, and forgiveness is possible. Coming from a place of your own self-empowerment, somehow you are needing to find empowerment in order to be able to forgive or to heal this connection. We have fecundity with rain. That's like fertility, nutrients. It's almost like you can restore this connection, or even just kind of like release this blockage through the release of rain, which brings the sustenance. It brings the resources that are needed to grow. Like, you are the rain. You are washing away the discord, or like healing it, restoring it. Maybe this person is needing that from you because of their own pain. I just feel like this is your divine partner is very sensitive to emotions and energies, and you're healing this connection. What else do we have? Richness and marine life. There's a depth to this connection and this person, and there's so much more in this connection between the 2 of you too. I'm kind of jumping back and forth between it being somebody you're already with, or were with, or know of. Maybe they've broken up with somebody else and they're going to find richness and fullness in their connection with you. Or you might be going through a rough patch with this person and you're forgiving and healing and being the bigger person to like talk this out. You're bridging the gap between the 2 of you. That's what I'm hearing, through forgiveness, through kindness, through showering them with abundant, like, emotion, like, you know, okay, and comfort. Yeah, being a comfort to them. Being this source of like unconditional affection and love and comfort. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I almost feel like you guys already know, like I feel like this group knows this person and knows who I'm talking about. Okay, drop a comment down below if you do recognize what this is, because it feels like it's coming through clearly. So let me know if that's the case for you. Again, fruition, harvest. We have richness, abundance, like fecundity, fertility. There's a lot more. There's a lot more like substance. That's another word coming through. It's like there's substance to this connection. You might have been questioning that substance. but it almost feels like your efforts will result in fruition. Ooh, you got empowerment and Queen of the Moon with sovereignty. You really are in control of how this goes down, of how this moves forward. Now, I want to say too, just like a disclaimer almost of like, just because this person's your divine partner, it's still, there's still your own divine, your own free will, so that you get to be in control of making this decision, okay? So this is a divine partner for you. And I feel like there's more to this connection, and you might have been questioning that within yourself or questioning that. I feel like you are in, the ball is in your court. Like you're in control of how this connection goes, because this person is devoted to you and will align and will help you, and they will grow with you too. I see this person growing with you. There's fruition to the effort in working through some of the challenges that maybe this divine partnership has brought. You know, sometimes that's not always the case, where some people are unwilling to grow with you. And if you're feeling that, I mean, ultimately trust your own intuition, of course, but like, if you were intuitively guided to this pile, I feel like many of these messages are saying that when you're ready to, if you are ready to take this action and remove this blockage, like you're in complete control of removing this blockage, and this person will, you know, follow you or find you, like align with you. They'll bring love, you know, to this connection and grow with you. Wow. Okay. So let me know, you know, did this resonate with you, group 3? Let me know in the comments down below. I will link above and below to some other soulmate connection readings so you can get further confirmation. These are strictly the blockages here, but I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Please give this video a big thumbs up. That really helps my channel out, and subscribe if you align with these messages. And if you enjoyed my energy and this reading here, I would love that so much. I think you'll really love it here. We do tap into some of the deeper energies, you know, not just kind of the surface level stuff, but we dive deep. So I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 4. I have a pile right here with the Labradorite stone on it. One of my favorite crystals. I love it so much. Okay, so we're gonna set your stone aside. Let's just set it right over here so we can dive into your oracle cards first. These readings have been so amazing. I'm really excited to find out what your reading has in store. So let's start with your oracle cards. We have Perseverance. Okay, next we have Rebel or Rebel. Wow, look at the red. There's a lot of like red energy here, which is bringing me down to the root chakra level of things. And also I feel like you might have had to kind of be outspoken. I almost feel like you are giving this energy outward, like into the universe, that like you're a survivor and you have had to struggle, right? Like you've had to really overcome a lot, and that's totally amazing. And it is something that you get to, you know, feel confident in, that warrior energy of like fighting and persevering. And I feel as though, as much as you still are all of those things and have that like in your past, it could be holding you back. And the reason it might be holding you back is because you might be putting off this defensiveness energy, or like offensive energy, actually, I should say, because it's kind of like this energy of, I'm ready to like tackle anything, and nothing's gonna get past this wall. Like, you know, this wall that I've created to protect myself, like nothing's getting past it. So that's an energy that's coming through for some of this group. And it may not be, you know, I'm kind of explaining it. It may not be to an extreme, but it could be making some type of blockage for somebody coming in, for your divine partner to come in. So you have all these abilities, but you don't want to necessarily like put that out there, or like put out there that you're gonna fight anything that comes in. I can totally relate to this energy because I definitely feel like a survivor, you know, like I totally relate to that. So it's not necessarily, I don't want to make this sound like it's a bad thing by any means. It's actually a quality that's very commendable and something that you get to hold with pride, that you have overcome a lot, or that you've been a rebel where you've, you know, you rebel against the norm, or you walk your own path. You're not willing to, you know, bend to somebody else's expectation of you because you're going to do things your own way. And I think that is so awesome. I actually wish I had that more, because I kind of tend to go like a bit under the radar. Like people can tell I'm weird, but like I'm not as like outspoken about it. I can't hide it, but like I'm not outspoken about it, if that makes sense. But I feel like with this group, it's like you're not afraid to wear that nature out on your sleeve. So I think that's really awesome. But there's some element here that is kind of pushing your divine partner away, or just blocking them from finding you even. So let's see, because sometimes what I'm hearing with that is what could block them from finding you is you're still proving something. You might feel like you still need to prove something to certain people in your life. And that's okay if that's where you're at and you are in that, like there's no wrong place. Like you're right where you need to be. There's no wrong path for you in this lifetime, because everything is a lesson. But if you're wanting to know like how to release this blockage, it's going to be to let go of trying to prove something to somebody else, or proving something to the world even, you know, proving like you're different to the world. You're just like naturally who you are. So you obviously, you know, we all know like we have nothing to prove. Like we're just living our authentic lives. So let's see. I feel like the tarot cards are going to go into this more in depth. We have Ace of Swords. This sword energy. Awesome. Very powerful. Ace of Cups. Okay, 2 aces right away. Awesome. We have the 3 of Wands. And then we have the Moon in reverse. Interesting. Okay. And then we have the 3 of Swords. Okay. There's this combative energy, and honestly, like it's understandable because we have the 3 of Swords here. We have the Moon in reverse, which is telling me there's a part of you that is still, again, still resentful or fighting like against either the past or the people that have done you wrong, you know? But there's clarity on this too, okay? You've had to persevere. You've had to overcome betrayal before, and it may have affected how you trust other people, okay? I feel like the beginning of a new partnership and a new divine connection and union is coming from revealing to yourself that yes, maybe people have let you down and it's not your fault. I almost feel like part of you feels like, well, I'm not gonna let them take advantage of me, and therefore, you know, like I don't have to feel out of control. But part of me feels from this reading that it's okay to accept that people do bad things. It has nothing to do with us. Do you know what I mean? Like it reflects more on them. And I know you've probably heard this before. It might be a little cliche, but like their hurtful actions reflect more on them and their own insecurities or their own dysfunctions or toxicities or whatever they're going through. It reflects more on them than on you, and something maybe you could have like prevented. It's almost like you might feel too as though like you should have seen this coming, or like you didn't trust them from the beginning, or like almost saying, you know, it's kind of like the blaming the victim situation where that voice in our head does it to us sometimes too. But it's like reminding me of this circumstance where I was talking to a friend who was saying, you know, this guy, he's being so manipulative, he's being X, Y, and Z. And then somebody else kind of coming in and saying like, well, why do you let them do that to you? Like, you need to cut them out of your life. And you know, that kind of a interaction where someone's like, well, you need to do this. It's like, well, don't blame the victim. Like, it's not their fault that this person's toxic. Don't blame yourself, you know? I know that voice comes in for all of us where it's like, well, I should have seen this coming, or like, why didn't I know better? It's like, you do know better. You know now, you know? It wasn't your fault that they weren't a good person either. It wasn't your fault. That's their fault. That speaks more about them, you know? And we have to remind ourselves of this. I do the same thing, you know? Like, we think like, I should have made a better decision or whatever it is, but you are able to persevere. You have persevered. You have overcome. But there's part of you that is blaming yourself maybe, or, you know, not trusting yourself for another decision. But you know what? If something else happens, if something else comes in that you have to face, you'll be fine. You can do it, you know? And I think that's part of it. You know, I feel like just this energy in general, like hopefully this is kind of resonating, making sense for your particular situation, because I know these are general readings. Everybody kind of has like a different situation for what this Three of Swords could represent, but it's heartbreak, you know? It's disappointment in somebody, or betrayal, or just feeling like somebody let you down, whether it is a friendship or a family member or a past romance. This alone, like this circumstance alone, is a blockage, but you can see how easy it is for you to be in control and to be able to let it go. I don't want, when I say blockage too, like I don't want anybody to think like this is such a huge blockage. And I was actually having this conversation too with somebody where I was saying, you know, a simple awareness of something is powerful enough, like a small level or percentage of awareness of something that you didn't realize was blocking you, like that small awareness of it, however, like whatever level of awareness it is, can lead to huge transformations in your life. And I'll just give a quick example and then we'll move forward. Group 4. So I hope these are helpful for you, but just as like an example of like from my own life, I went from a relationship where it was very toxic, and I've kind of talked about it before, but it was very toxic, and pretty much I was like doing all the work in the relationship. Everything was up to me. I was the only one with a job, you know. I was like making sure just basic needs were met in our place, and everything was like was on me. The responsibility was on me to really like support both of us. And I just kind of accepted it for a while, hoping that the other person would eventually reciprocate, like when they were in a better place. But I'm realizing now that, you know, I realized kind of coming out of that relationship, like that's not what I want in a relationship. Like I want equal effort, you know, I want equal support from both parties, like taking turns being the caretaker essentially. So this is my relationship now. Like that's literally like the awareness of why I chose what I chose previously, and like the lack of confidence I had, or the lack of self-esteem that I had to really believe I was deserving of that. I was able to transform that in my next relationship. So just, I'm not trying to like brag or anything like that. I just want to give an example of how it really does work. Like you really can do that for yourself moving forward. And maybe it's not that. I'm not saying that everybody's in that situation or anything like that. But that message is coming through, just that a small shift in your awareness can result in huge transformations in your partnerships and relationships. Whew, okay. Honestly, I hope that was helpful. Let's keep going. I just figure, you know, maybe just giving an example of what I'm trying to like explain that I'm seeing, maybe that'll be helpful. So hopefully you guys get it. You guys get it, right? Okay. Let's see. What other messages come through for group 4? What's blocking group 4? these aces here, this is just new beginning, like new fresh beginning. And with Three of Wands too is it's definitely letting us know like this is on the horizon for you. This is not far off. And that's kind of why that message coming through again is just being aware. And the moon is what shines light on these sides of ourselves that are not, that are subconscious, right? It's our subconscious being shining a light on that to then bring in this new connection, this divine partnership. Okay, we have air energy, paradigm shift. Wow. Okay. So air element, we have with the Ace of Swords and Three of Swords. This is air element, or the element of air. So with air, this energy of air is all about communication, bringing in new messages. Also with a paradigm shift, this is shifting your perspective. Like I was saying before, is your perspective that it's your fault? Or do you recognize that the circumstance was not your fault, that you can learn from it, that you can grow from it and see things and then see things in a different perspective? I feel like that's what is needed in order to grow from this situation, is to not feel like you have to rebel against all connections too. Maybe some of you are rebelling against love in general or rebelling against all relationships. It's important to see that this situation was out of your control to some extent, in the sense that like this person was going, or these people were going to have this dynamic with you where, you know, there's something beneath the surface that the perspective of how you're looking at it is actually a blockage. It's actually kind of just a simple paradigm shift or a shift in your perspective is what will release this blockage. So versus seeing it as something that is holding you back, or seeing yourself maybe in a certain way, right? Like is what it's holding you back, which is actually really empowering, because that means that you hold all the keys to unlocking this blockage. So I am seeing with this is breathing new life with the breath of life with air energy, breathing new life into your, and also I'm seeing her, look at, she's singing. Her breath is singing. Resonance and your voice is powerful in manifestations, because the whole universe is vibration and sound. So there's a combination of speaking your truth and singing like the voice of the universe, expressing your true self, and then bringing it to awareness is going to let this in. It's going to let this divine partnership in. Okay, we're going to keep going. Let's pull some more oracle cards. What else does group 4 need to know? What is blocking group 4? How can we help with this blockage? Passion, strength. Lots of fire energy for this group. I feel especially like the red, right? Red energy here. You are passionate, and also I feel this like sexual energy and power too. Your spirit guide is stepping forward as well in this reading. Spirit guide, strength, and passion. I feel like your spirit guides are trying to communicate to you like you are strength. There's also in relationships, I'm almost getting like this kind of really awesome like compliment from your spirit guides, which is how much passion you have in a relationship, like the power and of your sexual energy that you might be trying to withhold, or that you are disconnecting from your root chakra because you're rebelling against romance and that sexual desire within you. You might be rebelling against it in the sense that you're like, you feel like maybe that side of yourself needs to be turned off, or is shameful, or is like taking away your power, but you can actually find your power from your passion. I'm hearing that message. sometimes we do that because we don't want to admit that we need that sexual connection from somebody. But I feel like this group, you know, you can awaken it even more in order to find power, in order to manifest like a sexual, someone who makes you feel sexy. I like that's coming through. I'm just saying that's what it's saying. Okay, we also have east, which is air again. In it's the direction of air. When I'm, at least that's how I do calling the quarters. It's connected to air for me, which is new beginning, swiftness, intuitive, swift energy, starting over, fresh perspective. I feel like this is gonna sweep you up too. You're being divinely guided to, okay. And yes, so this is again a paradigm shift, a whole shift in your perspective. Okay, these both just fell out. Let's go. Oh my gosh, passion again. Passion came out again. And it says the soul. Don't lose that passion, you guys. Ooh, your passion really is a big part of, it's almost like I feel like the air is lighting this flame within you. Because fire is also an element, but like the air lights it. And I feel like that's what's coming in to ignite your passion again, okay? We have north and expansion, and number 1 too, which is again, a beginning. You're starting again. So yeah, you are starting again. This energy is that you're starting new with a new perspective. And this is actually what is going to release that blockage for you. Okay, so we have the energy of fear coming in. So let's see, what is, and this is the 11. So let's see, what is the fear? What is group 4 afraid of? What is that fear that's blocking group 4? Discernment, yeah. The fear is not being able to know if you can trust somebody, or being afraid that you don't have the ability to discern between people who you can trust, you know, and people who are going to backstab you, or if, you know, end up in this kind of a situation again. I feel from this reading like get in connection with your root chakra, because your sexual energy is like what is gonna bring you your intuition. I feel like people, we don't talk enough. A bunch of cards fell out, so we're gonna go through them. We don't talk enough about, all right, I'll show these to you in a second, but let me just get this out. We don't talk enough about the fact that not everybody gets their intuition from the same place in your body. Intuition comes from like different parts of your body, and for everyone it's different. So, and even if you look at human design, they talk about manifest generators and feeling things in your gut versus other people, you know, acting from other aspects and being driven, feeling like a yes or no strongly. So, you know, you can look into that as well to see what type you are in human design. I really like that. I think it is really helpful to know. But for this group, I feel like your root chakra, I feel like you like awakening that within yourself is going to lead to this perspective shift. The final message here is about the void. It says dark moon, the void, waxing gives focus. These are all moon cards. We also have number 1 again, and 14. A lot of repeating numbers here too. Okay, this is what this message is saying. So the void is like the moon, right? The void is the darkness, dark moon. It's the shadow self. It's the part of ourselves that we don't want to really look at. But the new beginning for this group is coming from looking and focusing on the void and the moon. That's why the moon shows up. It's letting us know there's things hidden. There's a mystery here that is needing to be solved within yourself. So the new start, the new beginning, and maybe you're already in this phase of really focusing on the fears. What are your fears? Focusing on those, unearthing them, bringing light to them so that you can find peace in those fears. Because it's not that it's like denying the fears only gives them more power because we're not aware of them. So they're beneath the surface. So when we don't have full attention on them and they're beneath the surface, they're affecting us without us knowing it. It's our awareness of them, our consciousness of them that brings them to light and allows us to say, okay, I have that fear. That's okay. I can work with that. I can accept that that's there. Or you might even find the fear is completely unfounded, you know, like it was created in your subconscious, but it really has no weight. It has no value to you, you know? So, but you can't do that until you're able to like fully see it and recognize what that fear is. And this is this new beginning for this group. It's a big shift, like a big turnover of your perspective. So you can also see this Three of Swords as something that is coming in to help you. This experience is helping you to really truly align with your divine partner so that by awakening and allowing you to discover fears beneath the surface, because it doesn't matter if we hide, no matter how much we hide our fears, our biggest fears that we don't have awareness of, that we're not conscious of, those fears reveal themselves in certain ways to us. And it's basically saying like it's reflecting in the outside world. That's what the law of attraction really is all about. It's really the law of mirroring. So it's mirroring to you what's within yourself, what's deep and dark within yourself, and the positives too, of course. It's not all like doom and gloom. We also get really positive manifestations, but it allows us to reconnect with our void. Anything's possible from the void, right? Anything can come from nothing. That's how the universe came from nothing, right? So it's the void. So what are you going to, or the vortex, you can also think of it as the vortex. So what are you going to birth from that void, from that womb within yourself? You can only know by going into it and focusing on it. You can only see what you're going to birth from it by going into it. That's where you find your peace with it. Okay, oh my gosh, group 4. Wow, this is such an amazing transformation that you're going through. I really hope these were helpful to you. Check out some of my other videos down below about soulmates, about other divine partner type readings. You can check those out below. I'll also link above to one of my other readings that you could check out, a pick a card reading for further messages and confirmations. But it's gonna do it for this reading. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know if this reading did resonate with you. And also consider subscribing to my channel if you did enjoy this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now.